Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a very important video, especially for those of you that are single, that are out there dating, that are in relationships, pretty much any man out there. This is a very important video because I want to talk about some of the most important things that men look for when they talk about a woman that is wifey material. Quite often we see groups of women that do the opposite of what men are looking for. It's super interesting to me, especially in the culture that we live in right now and that we are seeing, especially on social media. Women are quite literally doing the opposite. And that is why a lot of men, especially when they're online and they're seeing this content, they want to just be done with trying to find somebody. Like they think that it's not worth it because they're seeing like the worst of the worst online. They're seeing the opposite of what they are looking for. So they see a lot of women online as not wifey material because of the things that they are saying and potentially doing. I have a video example for each of the key factors that I am talking about today. I'm not going to make you guys wait for these 3 key things that I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you them right now, but then I have a video for each one to really be able to demonstrate it and to go in depth a little bit more into each one. All right, before I say more, these are the 3 things that men are really looking for and that determines whether the woman that is standing in front of him is wifey material or not. Number 1, loyalty. Because what do you have if she's not loyal to you? Number 2 is respect. She needs to be respectful of him. If that's not there, especially very early on, because, she hates all men, that's not a good sign. Like, that is going to come through in the relationship, and she is going to want to stay on her pedestal. Number 3 is the amount that she appreciates him. There is sometimes the extreme of the extreme. Like, women are not even willing to say thank you sometimes for some of the things that they declare as bare minimum. But what is bare minimum? Is it flowers every week? And then what? You're not grateful for that and you're not even going to say thank you for them? That's wild. You can at least say thank you. You can at least have gratitude. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that the man that is courting her is doing everything right, or the man that's in a relationship with her is doing everything right. Like, there are things that she should be able to point out to him that might not be feeling so good to her, or she might need him to do this a little bit more or this a little bit less. That's all okay. But for the things that he does do, if she does not occasionally randomly point that out, say thank you, give him some recognition, that is going to make him feel a certain way, so that when that relationship is progressing, well, he's not going to want to take it too far because he's not going to feel like the best version of himself. And that is because men work so hard to do things, to be appreciated and to be supportive of his family, of the woman that he's choosing to be with. So for him to get that appreciation, it just means the world. It is his fuel to doing more in the future. Now, I know, guys, these are not the only things that men look for when it comes to wifey material. For any that I am not talking about today, and they are really important ones to you, please leave it in the comments. Tell me why. I might do a part 2. Hopefully some of you will be able to benefit from this video, especially if you're in a relationship and you're looking to marry the person potentially that you're with, to kind of take a step back, reassess. Are you getting these major things that you're going to really need in order to maintain a long-term relationship? Or are there some areas that need to be worked on? And it doesn't mean that you have to end the relationship. They're not like huge red flags, except for the videos I'm showing you. These are major red flags. These I would run away from. But in most cases, in real life, everything's a little bit less than what you see on social media. They're usually not as extreme, hopefully. So those are things that you can typically work through, but they need to be addressed. The first video I'm going to show you guys revolves around loyalty. This sort of topic, honestly, is a little bit hard to find women talking openly about because women are actually not very open when it comes to admitting anything, any kind of wrongness. And cheating and disloyalty is obviously wrong. It is very clear. So women have a hard time taking accountability and being open about it. You don't really hear them talking about it. So the video that I'm going to show you is actually of a man, but he shows like evidence of what the woman is doing. Hey guys, I realized after the fact that this has copyrighted music, so I get to talk you through it. It's 1 a.m. She's supposed to be back from her girls' night out soon, but the longer I wait, the less I want her to. So basically he's getting notifications that his girlfriend slash fiance is following guys on Instagram while she's out. It's just like her giving her number out. It's essentially a way for them to be in direct contact. She's not wifey material because she's not loyal. And it doesn't mean that she even has to be actively cheating. But the fact is that she's leaving the door open. She's allowing that in, which is problematic because at some point in your marriage, like if you're in the habit of opening up the doors to that, and then you're in like a rough patch of your time being married, which everyone goes through at some point. Like it's not always going to be 24-hour bliss for 60, 70 plus years if we're lucky. There's going to be a time when you're not going to be feeling the greatest. So if you're in the habit of opening those doors, you're letting that in. That is part of the whole loyalty issue that men are seeking. They want somebody that doesn't even open the doors because that's somebody that is loyal. The second video, guys, I'm sorry, it's triggering. Okay, it's a woman that is speaking her opinions. Let's just watch the video and we'll talk about it after.
I told my boyfriend the other day while we were in an Uber that my hall pass would be Harry Styles. And then I asked him who his hall pass would be. And he proceeded to tell me that he would not even have a celebrity hall pass because he would never cheat on me. So
her boyfriend is obviously too good for her. This sort of ties in to the last topic because it's surrounding loyalty and cheating, but it's different because they're having a one-on-one conversation and she is being disrespectful of their current relationship to say that she would take a hall pass. You know, she's even talking about the person that she would have the hall pass with. That is disrespectful because she is openly talking about it to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is having nothing of it. He speaks his truth. But what she doesn't even realize is that this is not just a fun, let's laugh about it conversation. He is changing his mind about her. He already knows, like, she is not going to be his wife. When he comes to that realization, as long as he stands by what he believes and he doesn't continue the relationship and he ends it and he moves forward, I think that is his best bet. And he is demonstrating how much of a good man he is. Just based on his response to her, it tells me that that's probably going to be his path, which is awesome because then he can go off and find his wife. The third video is a great example of a woman who is his wife, they're married, does not demonstrate appreciation for what her husband does.
You're not going to believe this. The other day, my husband was looking at our 2-year-old and he said, "Your nails are so short. They're always so short." And then he looked over at me and said, "How come her nails don't grow? Does that mean she has like a vitamin deficiency?" Keep in mind she's 2, and what this means is he has never cut or filed her nails in over 2 years. So I started thinking, wow, he doesn't know that I do that. I wonder if he knows how her butt gets clean. I wonder if he has any idea why her teeth are always white. There must be so many things he doesn't know or doesn't have to worry about. How amazing that must be. If I could change places with anyone in this world, I think it would be my husband. What a privileged man. In his world, the mini trash cans empty themselves. His mirror never has toothpaste splashes on it. Little by little, his house becomes more aesthetically pleasing and he has no idea how or why. He doesn't have to worry about giving the children their vitamins. He lives in a world where he doesn't know that you have to vacuum under the cushions of a couch. Tag your husband if he's one of the elite and knows these things.
Her husband is building a deck and she ends up doing a video on him and talking about what he doesn't do for their kids. Meanwhile, he's literally out there building a deck. I think it's pretty clear that that woman has some resentment built up. Like she's actually talking pretty negatively about all of the things that her husband doesn't do. And it's like in that sarcastic type of tone. And she calls him privileged as well, while the man is building a deck with a toddler running around. So it's very interesting to me that she can have that a visual representation, proof that he's not everything that she says. She's creating a story and she's spinning it a certain way, which is exactly why so many people did come into the comments and they were like, really? Like the man is building a deck, and are you really taking a video and listing off all of his issues that he's not doing, that he is privileged, and then to film it, edit it, and post it was very disrespectful. I think all of the viewers really took it that way, and it did not hit the way that she expected it to, which overall, that does give me hope that most of us are pretty sensible. I don't think that most of us are this sort of level of extreme, but I do think that for men, this is so, so important to catch early on, because you don't want to be stuck in a marriage where everything is difficult, you know, and you're having to like fight to feel like you're giving enough. I think that that is something that you can tell in small increments, even while you're dating. Look for the appreciation, guys. That is it, guys. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next week.